Good morning, Aries. The feeling I'm getting today is I feel like I'm picking up on somebody who feels completely overwhelmed at school or work, or in family, loved ones. But, like, no matter how hard you try, it's never enough. And the feeling I'm getting is that the struggle and frustration is about to lead to a massive win, a massive victory. Well, welcome back to Hermit in the Woods Tarot. I'm Matt, and I'm so glad you've joined me in this little cabin tucked away here in the forest. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, leave a comment telling me where you're watching from. And if you want to share your struggles, or if you're unemployed or work frustration, whatever it may be, I love hearing about the different places this little space reaches. And if you have any questions for future readings, always drop them below. And remember that these readings are for general guidance only. Your intuition is your best comfort. The forest teaches us that growth is rarely loud, and it's something I want you to hold on to as we dive in here. I focus on truth-seeking, reflection, personal growth, grounded spirituality, and the energy, I feel like, is deeply about understanding challenges you might face and seeing the breakthrough that's waiting on the other side of your persistence. So let's get into this reading. Today I'm working with the House of Dragon Tarot deck, and my focus is on Aries energy, dynamic, determined, sometimes pushed to the edge when life asks us for more than we think we can give. And I use what I call the Iron Throne spread. Well, it's called the Iron Throne spread. It's 5 cards that explores power, positioning, decisions, destiny, path towards claiming rightfully yours. Essentially, this spread shows us both obstacles in front of us and the hidden strengths waiting to help us rise. And then I'll pull a spirit card, spirit message, and 2 clarifying cards at the end to tie it in all together. So what do we have for Aries? Let's get one more shuffle and pull some cards. 5 cards and one more for the spirit message. Alright, so the first card that I pulled is the Knight of Crowns, and this is the Dragon's Eye. And this represents your obstacles. And something about this card, it tells me there's a lot of emotional momentum here. For some of you, there's deadlines, responsibilities, and it feels like a tidal wave. I'm getting this rushing in all directions. I imagine the semester's coming to a close, or maybe it's in work and month end is a couple weeks away, but maybe there's a project that's you're building on, and you're wondering if it will ever be enough. And the truth is, it's never enough. And this is about frustration, yes, but also about sharpening your focus. Each late night, each lecture that drains you, each project that you have contributed to, it's not wasted, and it's always building this, I would say, like resilience It's teaching you how to handle pressure without losing yourself. So let's get into the blades part of the Iron Throne spread, and this is your strengths, and this is the Page of Crowns reverse. And at first, a reverse Page of Crowns can I feel like there's somebody out there has insecurity, you're self-doubting yourself. But I feel like there's an awakening happening too. Even when you question your efforts or second guessing yourself, there's this curiosity and determination underneath, and it's helping you build and move forward. And this is Aries inner fire. You're refusing to give up even when you feel outmatched. And the strength right now is persistence. It's quiet, unseen effort that will slowly stack in your favor. So let's move on to the next part of the Iron Throne spread. And this is the who held the throne before you, and I pulled the Four of Blades, and this also is in reverse. And I feel like there's a sense that the past was heavy with stagnation or burnout. Perhaps some of you, someone before you, or even your past self, you tried to hold it all together, but burned out under the pressure. Again, maybe you didn't get the grade that you wanted on a project or a test, and this exhaustion has left a mark. But it's also a lesson. You're learning not to define success solely by immediate results. The throne is yours, but it's earned through reflection and patience, not constant strain. And so advice here would be to go back, revise what you did, heed the lessons the instructor might have given you or your mentor, and really pay attention to that, because I feel like that's where you're gonna have this successful win that's coming forth, and that's really gonna build to that win. So let's get into the window of the Iron Throne spread, and this is your hidden strength, and this is the Devil, and again it is in reverse, which is very beautiful when it's in reverse, because the Devil shows liberation, and the hidden strength is breaking old patterns. Perhaps you're breaking your fears, habits, mental blocks that keep you chained to this frustration. And it reminds us that insight often comes through trial and error, and every moment you felt trapped or anxious is teaching you discernment, showing you which battles are worth fighting and which you should release. So let's get into the last part of the Iron Throne spread, and this is the seat. This is your best possible outcome, and this is the King of Crowns, and it is fortunately upright. And the King of Crowns is powerful yet compassionate energy, and I feel like for Aries this shows mastery emerging, not just academics or projects, but in emotional intelligence and confidence. your efforts are about to be recognized, your work validated, and there's definitely this leadership quality potential that will shine going forward. I feel like the outcome isn't just personal success, but it's also creating a harmony and a stability for yourself and those around you. Looking at the astrology this week, Aquarius moon that connects with Venus in your sign, it's highlighting collaboration and friendships. And for Aries, there is a gentle reminder that even when deadlines feel crushing, and there's supported voices out there that appear when you will least expect them. Monday's moon in conflict with Uranus hints at financial surprises or sudden shifts, so stay flexible. Later, as the moon drifts into Pisces, there's a quiet reflection that's happening behind the scene. And this will help process everything emotionally. Make sure you use these energies to pause, breathe, notice which opportunities are genuine versus fleeting stress. And imagine a snow-covered garden. A gardener bends low, planting seeds beneath the frost, and day after day the frost seems to stop any growth. And yet quietly beneath the frozen soil, the seeds are preparing to sprout. And the gardener doesn't see it happening. He doesn't force it. But he trusts that nature has its rhythm. And that's where you are, Aries. Your growth is happening unseen, quietly preparing for sudden bloom. And Proverbs 16:3, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. So even when it feels like nothing is moving, the groundwork is being laid for your breakthrough. So let's get into now the spirit message and see. And this is very exciting. I get this awesome feeling with the Ace of Crowns here. And this card, though, is an invitation. New beginnings, clarity, a spark of opportunity, and perhaps an idea, project, or connection will suddenly feel within reach. And the Ace reminds you that clarity comes when you open your mind or step toward action, even if small. And I feel like for some of you, this could be guided towards maybe love. Maybe there's somebody in your circle that really is exciting to you, and I think that's where you, like, if you're single, that's where you need to put your energy. And I feel like there's somebody out there that might wear odd clothes, maybe like flannel or weird sweaters, and I feel like that person is going to help you with a work project, or possibly if you're single and this is a love interest, it's pay attention to that. And I feel like there's going to be a long-term commitment going forward. So let's get two clarifying cards, and we'll see what the cards say, especially geared to this person who I feel like is going to really change your life in a dramatic way. Not bad. It's more on the positive side. So what does the card say for Aries and this person out there? Alright, so first card I pulled is the Queen of Tagards. And this is connected to your best outcome. And she shows emotional guidance and support from unexpected sources. And again, this is that mentor, this friend, or stranger whose help will feel transformative. And next I pulled the Seven of Dragons. And notice how there's 7 eggs there. And, you know, most of them have different colors, but there's also like twins there in a way. And I feel like this is tied to that hidden strength of the Iron Throne spread. And this suggests that patience and persistence will be tested through challenges, but that's all preparing you for a new moment. So what I guess the advice I would say would be to step back occasionally. The bigger picture often becomes clear when you stop forcing it. And right now it might feel like you're fighting this battle alone. Picture yourself, and I see somebody at a vending machine, and you're fumbling for change and you're frustrated. Again, you probably have these projects that are due, and maybe you didn't get the soda, maybe it took your money. And I think most of us have had that happen. I feel this is a personal reading almost for somebody out there. But it could be, the message here could be for general. But like, I feel like either a friend, but also it could be a stranger, steps in and helps you buy that soda. And I feel like I see somebody at a grocery store as well, short on money, when somebody quietly covers that difference. And life has subtle ways of reminding you that support is closer than you think. You might also encounter someone unconventional, a mentor or a guide in an odd clothing. Perhaps they're eccentric, maybe frugal, and that's why their clothing is odd. Maybe they go through the thrift stores and they're offbeat in their style. But watch out for that, because I feel like this person will offer guidance or insight that changes the trajectory of your work, possibly your studies. Maybe you're going to connect with them on a project and work together, and they're going to be key. Or this could just be personal growth, or possibly a love interest. Maybe you're already involved with them, but notice them, pay attention, because I feel like the universe is sending assistance in forms we don't immediately recognize. And your struggles aren't wasted here. Again, every late night, every test, every moment of frustration, it's shaping your focus, resilience, and readiness. And even before that win arrives, celebrate your determination, your endurance, and your ability to keep moving forward despite uncertainty. And I really like how this reading is pulling together. For Aries, the message here is clear. Persistence, patience, openness to support from, your mentor or ally. But trust yourself, trust the process. Remember that even the quietest efforts are shaping a powerful breakthrough. And I feel like this could be somebody maybe, unemployed too. It's a tough economy out there for sure. So jobs are scarce. There's a lot of people unemployed. I'm one of them. But you have the personal agency, your choices now to create future. You'll soon step into it. For me, I'm thinking about going back to school. I might get my finance degree. And I'm kind of frustrated because part of me wants to go, part of me has this fear. But I think the excitement is, for me, it's exciting. It's a new chapter in my life, and yeah, bada. And I feel, I don't know, just feel excited about how my life might be shaping up. But yeah, it's frustrating as well. Definitely would like to get working. Waiting on some job offers. Nothing so far, but these are big, major jobs that definitely I would see myself long term at these companies. So yeah, it's exciting, but we really wish I could get working. Well, thank you for spending this time at Hermit in the Woods Tarot. And if you found insight here, like, subscribe, share what part of the reading resonated most. Sometimes the answers we're searching for were already waiting in the quiet, just like seeds beneath the frost. Again, thank you for watching.